Condensed milk has been around since 1856, first made to help store milk without spoiling. It started with soldiers, and now it's used in desserts and drinks all over the world. Today, Nestlé's Milkmaid makes over 2 million tons every year. That's more than 2.5 billion cans sent to over 90 countries. It begins with fresh milk from places like India, Brazil, and the Philippines. At the factory, it's cooked, sweetened, and packed, ready for your next sweet recipe. Hello Internet, welcome to Process Hub, the channel that uncovers the real stories behind the world's most iconic foods, starting with the sweet, creamy magic of condensed milk. The process of making condensed milk starts at dairy farms, where milk is collected with a focus on quality and consistency. Nestle and other big brands work with thousands of farmers in countries like the United States, India, New Zealand, and parts of Europe. These partnerships are carefully chosen based on quality standards, sustainability, and how close the farms are to processing plants. Farmers must follow strict rules on feeding, cleanliness, and animal care to make sure the milk meets the factory's needs. To keep the milk fresh and safe, it's collected within 24 to 48 hours of milking. Chilled stainless steel tankers are used to keep the milk at a steady temperature of around 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Fahrenheit, to stop bacteria from growing. Many big dairy farms have automated milking systems and on-site coolers to quickly chill and store the milk before it's picked up. While the milk is being transported, digital tracking systems check the temperature and conditions to make sure everything stays on track. Before the milk reaches the factory, samples are taken and tested at collection centers. These tests check things like fat content, protein levels, and milk quality markers, as well as any possible contaminants like antibiotics or bacteria. Only milk that passes these tests is accepted for processing. This ensures that every batch of condensed milk starts with clean, nutritious milk that's perfect for evaporation and sweetening. When the milk arrives at the factory, it goes through more tests to make sure it meets the quality standards from the farm. Factories have labs where technicians check the milk's chemical makeup and safety. They test things like pH levels, fat and protein content, and check for signs of spoilage or harmful bacteria like E. coli or Salmonella. Special equipment is used to get quick, accurate results. If a batch doesn't meet the standards, it's rejected and traced back to the farm, which might lead to a review of how that farm handles the milk. Next, the milk goes through pasteurization, a process that kills any remaining harmful bacteria while keeping the milk's natural flavor and nutrients. The milk is heated to about 72 degrees Celsius, 161 degrees Fahrenheit, for 15 to 20 seconds, and then quickly cooled. This method, called high-temperature short-time pasteurization, is popular because it's both safe and efficient. It gets rid of harmful bacteria while maintaining the milk's sweetness and texture, which is especially important for condensed milk. Some factories may use higher temperatures or longer times, depending on local rules or how long they want the milk to last. Factories use special heat exchangers to make the process more energy efficient. These systems let the cold milk absorb heat from the hot milk, which helps save energy. Temperature controls are carefully monitored with automated sensors to make sure everything is treated properly. Pasteurization is not just a requirement. It's a key step that ensures the milk is safe, has a consistent flavor, and is stable enough for the next steps. Without it, differences in the raw milk could affect the milk's shelf life, texture, and quality, which no major brand wants to risk. After pasteurization, the milk moves to the evaporation stage, where most of the water is removed to make it more concentrated. This is done in large vacuum machines that work under lower pressure. By lowering the pressure, the milk boils at much lower temperatures, usually around 45 and 55 degrees Celsius, 113–131 degrees Fahrenheit, which helps keep the milk's flavor and nutrients intact. These machines can handle tens of thousands of liters of milk every hour, making them essential for factories producing condensed milk worldwide. The milk flows into these machines through a continuous process, usually using multiple effect evaporators. In these systems, the milk moves through heated chambers with lower pressure in each one. As the milk passes through, most of the water is gently boiled off and released as vapor, which is then collected. To keep everything consistent, sensors and software monitor key factors like thickness, sugar concentration, and temperature at different stages. The system automatically adjusts the flow and heat to make sure each batch has the right texture and doesn't burn or curdle. By the end, the milk is reduced to about 40% of its original volume, creating a thick, smooth base for the final product. This step does more than just reduce the volume. It changes the milk's texture. With most of the water removed, the lactose and milk proteins become stronger, making the product naturally sweeter and creamier. This also gives condensed milk its thick, pourable texture. Without this evaporation, the milk would either be too runny or too thick, which could affect how it's used in recipes or how it tastes. It also prepares the milk for the next step, adding sugar. But before that, the evaporated milk needs to be carefully cooled and stabilized, as small changes now can affect its taste, shelf life, and overall quality. The key feature of sweetened condensed milk is the sugar. After evaporation, the thick milk is moved to mixing tanks, where a precise amount of sugar, about 40% of the total weight, is added. Usually, refined cane sugar is used because it has a clean taste and mixes well. The sugar does more than just sweeten the milk. It also improves the texture and helps preserve the milk naturally, extending its shelf life without needing chemicals. As the sugar mixes in, the milk is gently heated to help it dissolve. Agitators in the tanks make sure the sugar is spread evenly, preventing clumps and keeping the mixture smooth and syrupy. The milk is heated just enough to stay liquid, usually around 60–70 degrees Celsius, 140–158 degrees Fahrenheit, without turning brown. Some factories use special mixers or vacuum systems to keep air out and avoid foam or changes in taste and color. Besides improving taste and preserving the milk, sugar also helps prevent bacteria from growing. The high sugar content creates an environment where most bacteria can't survive, reducing the risk of spoilage. That's why sweetened condensed milk can be stored for months or even years without refrigeration. This makes it a pantry favorite worldwide, used in homes, restaurants, and even emergency kits. Its reliability and unique taste give condensed milk lasting popularity. After adding sugar, the condensed milk goes through a process called homogenization. This breaks down fat molecules to keep the texture smooth and prevent separation. A machine called a homogenizer pushes the milk through a small gap at high pressure, usually between 2,000 and 4,000 psi. The pressure breaks the fat into tiny particles, which spread evenly through the milk. Homogenization helps make the condensed milk smoother and keeps it from separating. Without it, the fat would rise to the top and the liquid would settle at the bottom, which isn't good for desserts. The even texture also makes it easier to pour and mix into recipes, especially in baking or drinks. Factories check how well homogenization is working by measuring the size of fat particles with lasers or microscopes. This ensures that every can of condensed milk has the same smooth, creamy texture, no matter where it's opened. Once the condensed milk is ready, it's pumped into machines that fill sterilized cans with the right amount, usually 300 to 400 grams each. These machines are designed to minimize spillage, ensure consistent weight, and keep everything clean. The filled cans then go through a vacuum sealer to remove extra air before sealing with a metal lid. Removing the air helps keep the product fresh and prevents spoilage. After sealing, the cans are heated in pressurized chambers at around 115–121 degrees Celsius, 239–250 degrees Fahrenheit, for 15 to 30 minutes. The exact time and temperature depend on the can size and contents. This process kills any remaining bacteria and makes sure the condensed milk stays safe to store. The cans are quickly cooled to room temperature with water sprays or cooling tunnels to stop the cooking process. This also prevents the cans from changing shape due to pressure inside. At this point, the product is safe, sealed, and can last from 1 to 2 years. After cooling, the cans are checked for damage, weight, and proper sealing. Cans that are dented, underfilled, or not sealed correctly are rejected and sent for reprocessing or recycling. The rest move on to labeling machines, which add product details, barcodes, nutritional info, and expiration dates. Labels are usually applied with heat-activated adhesive rollers or shrink-wrap sleeves, depending on the brand. Some factories use laser printing to add product codes directly to the can for easier tracking. Each can get a unique batch number, so manufacturers can trace it back through the production process if needed. After labeling, the cans are packed into cartons or trays and shrink-wrapped. They are then stacked on pallets and ready for shipping. Temperature and humidity are controlled in storage to keep the product in good condition until it's shipped. Condensed milk started as a way to preserve milk without refrigeration, but has become a must-have in kitchens worldwide. Its lasting appeal is not just about convenience, but also its versatility, flavor, and nostalgia. Whether in Thai iced tea, tres leches cake, or morning coffee, its sweet, creamy texture adds comfort and richness to any recipe. It turns simple dishes into delicious treats with little effort, making it a favorite for home cooks, bakers, and big food brands. What's kept condensed milk popular for over a century is its ability to adapt. It's not just in grandma's pantry anymore, it's part of viral dessert trends, coffee shops, and even vegan versions. Nestle's large-scale production and global reach make it available almost everywhere, and its long shelf life adds to the appeal. You don't have to worry about it going bad quickly, making it great for everyday use or emergency supplies. But maybe the real reason condensed milk is so popular is the emotional connection people have with it. It's used in birthday cakes, holiday drinks, and family recipes passed down through generations. It adds sweetness to life's special moments, and that kind of bond never goes away. Now that you've got the inside scoop on condensed milk, we've got to ask, what's your favorite way to use it? Are you swirling it into coffee, baking it into desserts, or just sneaking a spoonful straight from the can? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world's most iconic foods. See you next time.